Hello, teacher. My name is Juan Carlos Paguay. So this is my ID. So as you can see it. So today I will be explaining about the using characteristic of summarize strategies by applying the summarize. So first strategies that I found it called somebody wanted but so then. So just for introduction about this these strategies, it means is the word of summarization, the phrase somebody wanted, but so then is a powerful tool. It is a simple phrase that is easy to learn, and each student how to recall the plot of a story or event in one or two short sentences. So I'm sorry. So as you can see here, the characteristics identify main ideas, recognize cause and effect, relationships, identify difference between characters. And another thing is explore points of view. So how to use it? So somebody, it means who is the main characters, you know. So in this story, who is the character, who is the important character in the story, in other words. So wanted, what does the character want, or what is the character goals? So another thing is, but what is the problem in this story, or what is the keeping the character for his her goals? Another thing is, so what is the solution to the problem, or how does the character reach his her goal? So the last thing is, then how does the story end? So here we have an example. As you can see it, the original source, it says Little Red Riding Hood wants to take cookies to her sick grandmother, but she encountered a wolf. She got to her grandmother's house first and pretend to be the old woman. She was going to eat Little Red Riding Hood, but she realized what she was doing and ran away, crying for help. A woodsman heard the girl cries and saved her from the wolf. So this is, as you can see it, original source. Here we have a summarized version. It says, Little Red Riding Hood wants to take cookies to her grandmother, but it was impossible because the wolf came first to her grandmother's house to hurt her. But she ran out to ask for help, and a person who was nervous saved her from danger. As you can see here, these are two examples. One is the original sources, and another is a summarized version. So as you can see in this slide, so somebody, who is the somebody in this history, is the Little Red Riding Hood. So the wanted, it says what does the character want, or what is the character goals? So in this case, the character, she want to take cookies to her, I mean, yeah, of course, she want to take cookies to her grandmother. That was the goal of the characters, right? So the next point is, but what is the problem in the story, or what is the keeping the character for his her goals? So we will see here what's the problem. As you can see here, it says, but it was impossible because the wolf came first to her grandmother's house to hurt her. So this is the problem, right? But what so what does the solution, the problem, or how does the character reach his her goal? So in this case, it says um, she was going to eat Little Red Riding Hood, but she realized what she was doing and ran away. So this the important part of the story, because she was doing and ran away. She ran away, but how the story end? So the story end. Woodman's here the girl cries and save her from the wolf. So this is how the story end in this strategy. So as you can see it, here we have these points, how to use it, and the characteristics, and here we have original sources and summary versions. So here we have another strategy, as you can see here. It called first then finally. So for introduction, the first and finally techniques help students summarize events in chronological orders. The three words represent the beginning, main action, and conclusion of a history. So here we have characteristics. So the three words represent, right? The in this strategy are the beginning, main action, and conclusion, right? So how to use it is, uh, here we have, as I mentioned before, right? So first, what happened first include the main characters and main event or action, right? This is what the first thing that we have to be in focus, right? So then it says what key details took place during the event or reaction, right? So the last thing is finally, what were the result of the event or action? What was the result? So I want to apply this these parts in a summarize. For example, here original source, it says first we drift back into her childhood. Then we see she hits 18 and continues to grow and mature as she waitress during the event and writing during the day. Her hard work pays off because all those hours at the keyboard lead to her publication in Writer's Heaven. From there, she goes to publish a succession of vestige novels and finally travel as a grown woman to uncover her roots. Right? This is the original versions, but we need to apply these steps, how to use it in summarized version. So we here we have first we go to her childhood, and then we see how she grows up and worked hard. She writes, and her perseverance allowed her to publish in Writing Heaven, where she later published a successful novel. And finally, we have the last part, as you can see it. She decided to travel to find her origins. So these points we applied in these examples, right? How to use it, these points in other words. So let's continue with the another strategy. It called CAAC method. So the CAAC method is another, it's another useful techniques for summarize any kind of text, such as history, an article, or a speech, right? So here we have characteristics. So SAAC is an acronym for state, assign, action, complete. Each word in the acronym refers to a specific element that should be included and summarized, right? So this is a characteristic of the SACC. So how to use it, these strategies? So first, state the name of the article. It will be like books or history, as mentioned before, right? The sign, the name of the author, right? So the action, what happened, right? What the author is doing. So we can provide in this point examples, tell, or we need to explain more about it, right? what about the history or article, whatever source that we using, right? So the last thing is complete the sentence or summarize with keywords and important details, right? So let's continue with example. The original source, it says reading skills is improved by studies on the text. Therefore, the student should be come across texts that are suitable to their levels textually and readability criteria. The vocabulary of children should be improved in a planned way with text-based words and meaning studies. Fluid reading, making sense, and interpretation skills of children should be pursued with different evaluation tapes in a long term. Work should be done to make reading a habit for them. This is a Hogan 2017. So this is an original sources, but here we have a summarized versions. So learners should be use text according to different criteria, such as level, textual form, and comprehensibility. Similarly, assessment should strive for the improvement of young learners. Fluent reading, coherence, and analyze skills so it become a daily based practice. Uh, this is the same author, right? So as you mentioned, so as I mentioned before in other examples, we need to apply how to use it. We need to apply this these points, as you can see here. We need to apply in these examples. So here we have the references where I took the information. Here we have it. So this is all about this topic. So thank you so much.